The Usual Suspects is a 1995 crime thriller directed by Bryan Singer and written by Christopher McQuarrie. The film stars an ensemble cast including Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Spacey, Benicio Del Toro, Stephen Baldwin, and Kevin Pollak. It follows a group of criminals who are brought together for a heist, only to find themselves entangled in a web of deceit and betrayal. The film begins with a massive explosion aboard a cargo ship in San Pedro Harbor. The only two survivors are a Hungarian criminal named Verbal Kint, played by Kevin Spacey, and a badly burned man who is later identified as Dean Keaton, played by Gabriel Byrne. Verbal is brought in for questioning by the police, who are investigating the explosion and the deaths of several people associated with the cargo ship. Verbal begins to tell the story of how he and four other criminals, Dean Keaton, Michael McManus, played by Stephen Baldwin, Fred Fenster, played by Benicio Del Toro, and Todd Hockney, played by Kevin Pollak, were brought together by a mysterious figure named Keyser Söze. Söze is a legendary figure in the criminal underworld, known for his ruthlessness and willingness to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Verbal explains how the group was hired by a lawyer named Kobayashi, played by Pete Postlethwaite, to carry out a heist on a boat owned by a drug lord named Redfoot, played by Peter Green. The heist is successful, but the group is immediately double-crossed by Redfoot and his men, who kill Fenster and take the money. The remaining four criminals are then approached by Kobayashi, who tells them that they must repay the money they lost by performing a job for Keyser Söze. The job is to steal a large amount of cocaine from a police evidence locker in New York City. The group agrees to the job, and they successfully pull it off. However, things begin to unravel when they are ambushed by a group of men who seem to be working for Söze. McManus and Hockney are both killed, and Keaton is shot and left for dead. Verbal is the only one who manages to escape. As Verbal continues to tell his story to the police, it becomes clear that there are many inconsistencies in his account. The police begin to suspect that Verbal himself may be Söze, and that he is using his story to manipulate them. As the investigation continues, it is revealed that Keaton was actually an undercover police officer who had been working to bring down the criminal organization. He had been in deep cover for several years, and had managed to gain the trust of Keyser Söze himself. In a series of flashbacks, it is revealed that Söze had become a criminal after his family was killed by a rival gang. He had then embarked on a violent and ruthless campaign of revenge, killing anyone who stood in his way. The final twist of the film comes when it is revealed that Verbal Kint is actually Keyser Söze himself. He had been using his story to manipulate the police and cover up his own involvement in the crimes. The film ends with Verbal walking out of the police station, free and clear. As he walks down the street, his limp disappears and he straightens up, revealing that his disability had been a ruse all along. The Usual Suspects is a masterful piece of filmmaking that keeps the audience guessing until the very end. The film's nonlinear narrative structure, combined with Kevin Spacey's unforgettable performance as Verbal Kint/Keyser Söze, creates a sense of tension and intrigue that is unmatched in modern cinema. The film also features an excellent supporting cast, including Gabriel Byrne, Benicio Del Toro, Stephen Baldwin, and Kevin Pollak, who all deliver compelling performances as the other members of the criminal group. The film's visual style is also noteworthy, with Bryan Singer using a mix of handheld and Steadicam shots to create a sense of urgency and momentum. The film's score, composed by John Ottman, is also excellent, with its haunting melody adding to the film's atmosphere of mystery and intrigue. Overall, The Usual Suspects is a classic crime thriller that has stood the test of time. Its intricate plot, memorable characters, and unforgettable twist ending make it a must-see for fans of the genre. The film's influence can still be seen in many contemporary crime films, and it remains a true cinematic masterpiece.